welcome back to my channel. My name is Jess, aka the Superheroes Therapist. I wanted to come on very briefly, let you know there's going to be some changes happening around here. If you followed me for any length of time on my Facebook or my Instagram for my SW Social Support brand, you will know that for about the past 8 months or so, I've been doing Facebook and Instagram lives every Wednesday, give or take, at noon, 12 Eastern Standard Time on my Instagram and Facebook platforms. Those have been really phenomenal. And in the month of June, I had planned tons of content for Men's Health Month, and particularly is related to men's mental health. And then life happened. It happened big. I had a lot of things come up that really changed, what I had planned, funny enough. Well, in that time, God really rearranged some things for me as far as how I'd be providing you guys content information. So while my information as an expert on mental health is valuable, one of the main pillars and the reason behind why I'm doing what I'm doing is social support. So with that being said, drum roll, wait, stop, pause. Oh my gosh, I almost forget. So if you're new here, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at SW Social Support or at wJess Jefferson. For information on me as a speaker, I am the Superheroes Therapist. I am a private practitioner here in sunny South Florida. Well, sunny, stormy South Florida, because we really have 2 seasons, hot and hurricane. But I'm here in South Florida. My office is in Davie. And I come to you to bring information on self-care, work-life balance, banishing burnout, the whole gamut of things. I will be providing, however, some more behind the scenes information, just kind of more the nitty gritty. So if you're new here, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. Now, on to the meat and potatoes of why we are here. So while I think that my personal expert knowledge is amazing and it's really great and it has a lot of value to provide to superheroes, how much the more does a superhero who is walking or has walked in similar situations that you've walked in, how much more does it value, how much more value does it add, to hear from someone who has walked in your shoes, someone who gets it. So I have, after much deliberation and much prayer, decided to launch Truth Talks with Jess. So I did the first episode with Lisa Saeed of Mindful Life Solutions last month or the month before, I don't remember when. I want to say we did it in May. And I really enjoyed the ability to have that dialogue between myself and someone else. And in my time of prayer and really assessing where I felt that I should be going through the leading of God, it was so important to me to be relevant. And I don't mean relevant for the culture and relevant because it sounds, but I mean relevant to actually meet someone where they are in their point of struggle. So with that being said, I'm calling on friends, family, colleagues, other superheroes in general to share the intimate details of their struggle and how they've overcome it, and also where they're still currently struggling. So we assume the superhero struggle is this one instant or this one thing that happens and all of a sudden now I'm struggling, versus a culmination or a pile up of multiple things that then puts me in a spot where I'm oh my gosh, I cannot even. So I'm calling superheroes everywhere. If you've not been invited yet, look out, your invite might be on the way. On mompreneurs, on faith, finance, and business, on church hurt and grief, on being a therapist that goes to therapy, on mental health in minority communities, on having a dual passion and a dual purpose. Maybe you're a speaker and a therapist, or a musician and a therapist, and you're able to integrate, who you are into what it is that you do, and the struggles associated with that. Just kind of the struggles of being a person day to day, in and out. We all have our struggles. We all have our things. We all have those things that kind of plague us and bother us that we don't talk about. So we're going to come together, human to human, expert to expert, superhero to superhero, and really tell the truth about behind the Instagram reel, behind the beat face, behind the fresh haircut, behind the really great wardrobe, what really causes us to tick and what kind of causes us to stop and reevaluate where we are and what's going on, and how can we apply something that worked for someone else to us. So again, this is not a replacement for therapy. This does not constitute a relationship between you and I as the therapist and the therapist and the client. That's not. But I really want to be able to provide practical information in a way that makes it feel possible. Most of the time people don't come to therapy because they don't think somebody can actually help them. Like, they don't understand, they don't get it. It's about the DSM and the diagnosis, and that stuff is important and it has its place. But as a person, as a human being, as a superhero supporter, it is my desire to be able to support you in all aspects of what's going on for you, in you, and through you. And the way that I feel that I'm best able to do that in this season is going to be through True Talks. So I'm really, really, really excited. I sent out some invitations to some people that I really love, admire, and appreciate in my social circle or in circles around or beside me that I feel have a lot of content and value to add to the struggle of a superhero. So maybe you're not a mom, but maybe you're a wife or a caregiver and can identify with taking care of someone who can do very little for you in return and the stressors that come along with that. Or losing a parent at a young age and having to walk, into church services and be okay and be healed when you weren't okay and you were broken. Or parenting a child with special needs while you're a teacher, and a minister's wife. And the list of things that I plan to bring and discuss are very broad in nature. Some of them will be more lighthearted than others, but I really, 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 and I've asked everyone that I've invited so far to please be open, honest, and their true dynamic self, because the world needs to know. You need to know. You deserve to know the truth, and that healing is possible. The journey, it may stink a little. It may stink a lot. It may be really hard, but other people are out here fighting the same struggle as you. Other people are feeling abandoned, isolated, abused, exploited, neglected, forgotten, overwhelmed, stressed out. And they've learned some tips and tricks and tools to add to their toolbox to get them to a place of peace, or at least being able to function. So you might have heard me say, I don't care how you feel, how are you functioning? And that sounds very rude and not therapist-y at all. And you'll learn if you stick around for a while, I'm definitely not your average therapist. But when I say I don't care how you feel, I want to know how you're functioning. Sometimes we think, I feel great, but I can't get out of bed for work. I'm late everywhere. I'm hyper vigilant. I'm very aware of my surroundings everywhere I go. But I feel fine. So your feelings now are lying to you. Or I feel anxious 95% of the time, and I have no idea why, what's going on, how to kind of navigate through that. And we'll talk about those things. But I really, 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 when we talk about that, the feeling of anxiety for me, or the feeling of being okay, or sadness or depression, is not really the main thing. I want to know how you're functioning. Are you functioning well? Is your functioning impaired in any way? And we'll talk to other superheroes who may or may not been to therapy ever before. And how they've used things around in their environment, resources available to them to really help them to find healing and wholeness. So that's that. Oh, last thing before I go, because I'm so excited. We are now in the month of July. July is Minority Mental Health Awareness Month. And this holds true to my heart because I'm a first-generation Haitian American, so my parents are both from Haiti. I was born here in the States. But my culture, the culture that I grew up in, the Afro-Caribbean culture, is one that frowns upon therapy at best. And I think frown would be saying it, taking it lightly. But I have been able to help other Afro-Caribbean superheroes heal. And so I'll be talking a lot this month and throughout my post about what that looks like. I'll be exploring, knowledge over stigma. That's one of my biggest things. So I believe knowledge trumps stigma, just like I believe therapy trumps trauma. But in all of that, in identifying, you know, the cultural norms and, you know, doing it for the culture, because that's different, right? Knowing the cultural norms and doing it for the culture, they're two different things, right? But I think that I know a way that I'm working towards building the gap, bridging the gap, excuse me, and normalizing that conversation is through apparel. I have launched a clothing line. We are in the last stages of setting up all of the drop shipping, getting the vendors and the shirt sizes all sorted out, the colors, blah, 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 blah. But this shirt that I'm wearing, let's get close up so you can see it. Oh, too close. Oh. I'll post a picture. This is a little too technological for me. I'm gonna just stay in my lane. I'll just post a picture of the shirt and I'll put it somewhere in the video somewhere. I will post it. But I've decided to start, and I'm really close. Gosh, I've decided to start, and my hair, just guys, it's starting to go bad. We're gonna end this very shortly. Forget it. Just forget it. Okay, whatever. Real life, because real life, I can't just record a great video, but I'm gonna keep going because it's real life. So, and I keep hitting my thing. Nevertheless, so I'll put a picture of the shirts. Well, I'll put a picture of this first shirt. And every time I deliver a key signature speech of some sort somewhere, I'll drop a shirt to represent that speech. It'll be available in 1 or 2 colors initially, and then the original color will fade out. But yes, so in order to bridge the gap between like culture and culture, I've designed some clothes. I really wanna, hold on. I'm not gonna quit, guys. I probably should quit while I'm ahead, but I won't, because let's see. Bam, there we go. So this one says rare period. And the period is a diamond, and I chose to create this shirt for, better yet, oh, look at that. Genius moves here. To create this shirt for a keynote that I delivered for other therapists and on the process of like identifying who they are, their process of becoming rare and powerful and standing in their own truth, acknowledging their voice. And I wore it to the Supervision Conference, which is the band I'm wearing now, in June, and promised to drop it. I'm just, again, waiting for the last little things in the works to get done. But this is going to be one of my ways I'm going to bridge culture, bridge the culture to culture, and really help to put knowledge over stigma. There will be more shirts dropping. I did also do a signature shirt, backpack, and some men's socks for last month. Men's mental health awareness, or men's health awareness, but I really focus on mental health, so that will be available as well. And I'll come back and let you guys know, and I'll try and wear one of my shirts. I've got a couple. I'll try and wear one of my shirts during my videos. No promises. But yeah, so that's what I came on to tell you guys. True Talks with Jess will be dropping this month, July 2019. Yes, so excited. July 2019 will be dropping, and I'll be having some pretty cool people from minority backgrounds to discuss their personal superhero struggles. So I hope that you guys are as excited as I am. I'm like beyond excited, but I hope that you guys are excited as I am and are looking forward to it. And if you have questions, you just want like, hey, Jess, this person needs to be on your show, please send me an email, jessica@swsocialsupport.com, and I will look over that person's information, reach out to them, identify what their superhero strengths and struggles are, and get them on the show. Again, I look forward to hearing the feedback from you guys and what you guys think about what Truth Talks with Jess, and that will be replacing what Jess Wednesdays. I might still come on live every now and again on a Wednesday to kind of just drop some knowledge and gems about things that I think are very pertinent or important. But I really want to streamline this process, like I said, to be able to provide you the most quality content in the most concise, conceptualized manner. So I want it to be like one live video coming from me, one concept, one cause, one kind of voice, so you're very clear on what you're getting, what to look for. There will definitely be in there like these people's personal versions of self-care. So just versus just hearing what I say or what research says, which is also very valuable. I believe my opinion and research is very valuable. However, when I can say, according to so-and-so who has struggled in the same area in which you are presently or have struggled in the past, this works for them and let's do that, I think that adds value. So I'm trying to add the most value to you, give you the most bang for your buck. If you are in South Florida or the state of Florida for that matter, and our superhero who's currently struggling with burnout, work-life balance, stress management, trauma, like actual complex trauma or vicarious trauma, go ahead and reach out to me. You can go to jessjefferson.com/work with me, and there's a tab there for you to book your 30-minute superhero supportive services strategy session. That's a fancy name for a consult. You and I will get together, expert to expert, on video chat, identify your areas of concern, and create a roadmap, a personal progression plan to get you from where you are to where you would like to be, and figure out how we can work together collaboratively in a collaborative process of treatment to help you to heal. That's all that I have for you guys. This is a lot longer than I thought. I'm probably going to go back and cut some things out. Probably not. I think it's all valuable. But as always, it is my hope that you not just survive and not just live, but that you thrive. No lie, not just you live or survive, but that you thrive. Oh my gosh, I need coffee. I'm getting ready to go to the office and start seeing clients, but I needed to come on. So again, not that you just live or survive, but that you thrive. I want you to thrive and bloom and be great. And if you need help with that, holla at me. Holla at your girl. Call me 954-225-9851. Email me, jessica@swsocialsupport.com. Follow me on a gram at swsocialsupport.com. Follow me on Facebook, swsocialsupport. Follow me on IG as a speaker. If you need a speaker, somebody to come and talk to you, talk to your church, to your friends, your family, your people, whoever, holla at your girl. Jess Jefferson, or the Jess Jefferson, or jessjefferson.com. That is all for real this time. So, in true Jess form, drum roll, please.